welcome back everyone, welcome back to another day here, another edition of the StarCraft Evolution League SEL Season 2 Championship Round 16 Group B. I'm of course your VIP with him. I'm joined by these amazing players, by the people in chat, and by my plushies as well. Welcome one and all. We just wrapped up with Group A yesterday. Group A was yesterday. We were able to feature some amazing players like Tasia, players like Mana, and here tonight we're able to jump into Group B. Oh boy. Here we go. Again, welcome to StarCraft Evolution. SC Evo is not StarCraft 2, it is a StarCraft 2 mod, which does put together Brood War and StarCraft 2 against each other in a 1v1 format. And here we are with the round 16 group stage. This weekend is the playoffs. So our plan is to go through the entirety of the group stage over the next couple of days, and then bam, replay cast next week as well to cover the playoffs. I believe we are going to be otherwise preoccupied covering other events over the weekend, Masters of the Game, if I'm not mistaken. But as you can see here, we have our groups. GSL format group stage here. 2 players will advance on, 2 players will be eliminated. We have 4 players in total, 3 Terrans and 1 Zerg. We have a Kiwian, ByuN, Gumiho, and 3 Point. We have our 3 Terrans and a single Zerg player, and we'll see how they perform. Again, Shin is already out of the tournament. Shin, he is the best Zerg player in StarCraft Evolution. For Shin to go down doesn't bode well, but the advantage here for someone like 3 Point is that he has to focus on one matchup here to make it through the group stage. We'll see how prepared he's going to be. Oh boy. Meanwhile, big shout out to Solinspot in the chat. God, thank you so much for subscribing for 4 months. For 4 months in a row. Thank you so much for the support. We do appreciate it. When is the weekend event being announced? It's already announced. So we actually confirmed it last night. Over the weekend is going to be Masters of the Game. Masters of the Game is the big offline event happening in France. The offline portion is still later on in the year, but the online portion begins this weekend. This weekend is the online portion. So that is going to be covered here on the channel, of course. So it's going to be Masters of the Game. Otherwise, we do have some SC Evo. Let us go. Now, something about Group B here. Unfortunately, apparently the replays were broken for Group B. So we are going to be covering this event via a clean feed. Okay, so via a clean feed. First, we have our TvT. We have Kiwian and ByuN facing up. Here we go. Hi, hip, happy hip. Hi. True. But here we go. I will most likely have to remove my in-game overlay. Maybe? We'll see if I can leave the stuff at least. I might just remove it, but it's all good. It is all good. As we are jumping into our first Mr. 3 other broadcasts and spawning in the top right-hand corner. Sorry, top side we have Kiwian. Left side we have ByuN. Jesus. No intros. Let's go. Shout out to Maple. Maple, of course, is going to be observing the event and observing for this group today, specifically for the clean feed. So shout out to Maple. As Kiwian, as welcome on all to Sylphid. Sylphid is a 3-player small map, 3 possible spawn locations, and Kiwian already just going straight for the proxy, going straight for the cheese. Does go straight for it. And we have our first, second, and soon to be third racks in the center of the map. Sorry, I should say 2 racks set up. The third SCV is going to be scatting across the map instead. But a cheeky start here for Kiwian. Very cheeky start. Oh, nice, just committing to 3. Never mind. Yeah, it does commit to 3. ByuN back at home. He is likewise also setting up defensively. And we have our 3 racks on the way. Bearing in mind that Kiwian, he has not gotten any gases, so this is just going to be proxy 3 racks mass marine. Does confirm, and ByuN did go for a faster CC, of course. Did go for a racks expand. No, wait, no, CC first? Ooh, ByuN, he went CC first. CC first with a 2 racks follow-up, which means ByuN is vulnerable, which means Kiwian, he can pop off. Yeah, he can pop off. As ByuN has nothing. he has nothing to defend. He has no Raxes. The Raxes are still on the way. Boys are being pulled, and this might just be a build order win for Kiwian. And it takes down the SEV. From here, moving further in. getting on top of the production. Boys are being pulled. ByuN, can he pull off this defense? Yeah, the bunkers, they should not complete. Yeah, they should not finish. We do have one Marine popping out. Let's go. We got the one Marine. I started stepping, picking up more workers. Bunkers almost complete here for Kiwian. Just came for the production. And there should be no defense here. Like, ByuN should not be able to survive this. GG gets called, and Kiwian with the hard counter with the build order win. GG. GG, well played. Again, Kiwian, he went proxy 3x mass marine, and we saw that ByuN went CC first. He went CC first into a delayed, or into a 2x follow-up, so he went for a very, very greedy build, and he got shut down. He got shut down then and there. GG, well played. Really bombastic start here for Kiwian, and remember, it's a best of 3. One more game, it's over. One more game is all he needs. Una más, papi, una más. Kiwian. Here we go. As game 2 is going to be on Holy World. Loading into a 4-player spawn map. There's going to be a lot to get into as quickly as we can. As in the bottom tank cooler, we do have the red Terran player. We have the red Terran. We have the Brutal Terran once again. It is a Kiwian. And then the top level we have for Shopify, ByuN. Good. Mapu, he doesn't even do the zoom. God damn it. No zoom, no nothing. Just straight raw player intros as we're going for another proxy. Okay, now this is a 4-player spawn map, so 4 possible spawn locations. It is a bold move for Kiwian to set up for another proxy here, but he does throw it down dead set in the center of the map. We'll see how committed he's going to be. Once again, 3 SCVs are moving out. It's going to be a little bit harder to scout, but remember, there are 2 possible spawn locations. There are 4 locations in total, but at the beginning of the game we do have pings to kind of narrow that down to get rid of at least one of the spawn locations. This time we do have, double gas opener out of ByuN. So ByuN, after game 1, he has learned his lesson. Here he's going double gas, faster racks, delayed CC. So ByuN is being much safer this time. ByuN is being much safer. So this is not a build order win this time. Like this is not a build order win. Here ByuN, he has the tools to defend. He has the tools. Kiwian moving in with the SCV, and he will find his opponent. Checks the natural, goes further in, confirms the gas, confirms the racks, confirms that ByuN is not going CC first. Now, Kiwian, he's already committed with 3 Raxes, so we'll see what he does. He might not pull the boys, and he might expand behind this. But it is going to be more difficult to find damage here for Kiwian. He's just pulling the boys anyway. He just he just pulls the boys. Boys are being pulled. As we mentioned, it's not going to be as potent this time. Can he catch at the first Reaper? Oh! Ooh. Doesn't quite catch him. Quick reaction there by ByuN. A very quick reaction. ByuN pulls away. Does pull away in time. Bunker is in production as well. The bunker should not finish. Marines will focus it down. He's getting his own bunker up and running. That's going to be a cancel. And he's getting behind the mineral line. Oof. Yes, he's going down. Mining's being denied. With the Reapers, they can kite well. But what about the bunker? What about that bunker so far? Yeah, he's diving on the SCV. He's diving on the bunker. Kiwian, can he let it finish? Can he finish it? It's close. It's so close. Oh no. Oh, barely not. Barely doesn't finish, but he breaks through all the workers anyway. He's running out of Marines. Running out of Marines. Down to 2. And GG. He was so close. He was, what, like 2 seconds away from finishing the bunker. Barely didn't finish, and ByuN holds. ByuN holds. GG, well played, ByuN. He will take game number 2. We're going to the ace match. GG. We're going to the ace match. Again, he was so close to that bunker. It was so close to finishing, but alas, barely did not. And with that, we're going to game 3. Going all the way to game 3. We'll see how this story ends. As game 3 is going to be on Vermeer. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have our blue Terran player, the SC2 Terran. It is Kiwian. And in the bottom left, we have the Brood War Terran player. It is ByuN for Shopify. We go. So we have our TvT. And for the first time, Kiwian forced to play SC2 Terran instead. Meanwhile, big shout out to Blarg in the chat. God, thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing for a year of support. Este Blarg. Thank you so much. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. As ByuN does open up CC first. Kiwian opening up Rax Expand. So we have ByuN being a little bit greedier here, being more economic. Meanwhile, we do see Kiwian going for more of a standard opener instead. So we do have a bit of a divergence coming into Game 3. So far, this has been a really fast series just because Kiwian has proxied every game, but not this time. Not this time. This time the Raxes are back at home. This time we're settling into a standard game, at least currently. At least for now. For now. Go. As we have a 3-out. We spoke about this yesterday for Group A, but here we're coming into Group B. ByuN, he's playing Brutal for the first time in this group, in this series, and he's going for a 3x stim timing. This is a very common, very popular build. This build has been nerfed every single patch. Every single patch this year, there's been an adjustment to this build in some way, shape, or form. When it comes to nerfing the healing rates of the medic, when it comes to increasing the attack priority on the medic, when it comes to increasing the academy build time, increasing the resource time on stim, increasing the Rax build time. Like there's been so many changes made to this. Despite that, it's still quite prevalent, of course, in the meta, still quite prevalent in StarCraft Evolution, and we're going to be hitting a very strong stim timing. So right now, ByuN, he's building up his Marines. There's the Academy. The Academy is on the way. From here, we can get into stim. Ooh, as the Reaper does go down, the Kiwian does mess up, and ByuN is going to be getting across the map with Mass Marine with stim with a hefty bio army. We'll see if Kiwian can hold his own. Now, a very common reaction to this, as we have a second factory to go into Hellions. Yeah, to go into Hellions. Hellions can honestly trade quite well against Bio. So we have Mech out of Kiwian. And there's that stim timing for ByuN. Just getting into that stim timing. Bearing in mind that the Academy does allow for medic production as well. So we should be making a wave of medics before moving out. And you can see ByuN is scanning. Yeah, ByuN scans top left, and ByuN scans top right. He finds his opponent. The scan does reveal one factory. Ooh, I think just barely revealed the other as well. Yeah, he sees. He sees the second factory. He knows. So ByuN is fully aware of the mech. Kiwian, he's going to be able to set this down. You can see already. Yeah, the Hellion shots are going up, softening up the bio. Does soften ByuN up. ByuN making use of the tall grass. Making use of the grass. And you can see that ByuN doesn't commit across the map. He's just building up into a longer game state. We have tanks on the way. We're getting to further upgrades. ByuN, he refuses to move out outside of making use of this high ground. Just so we can try to take a better fight. But ByuN playing very carefully, recognizing the strength of the Mass Hellion, recognizing he cannot push out. So from here we're getting to a longer game, getting into the mid game. Kiwian, he at least is deterring ByuN from pushing out. Ooh, does get up the ramp. Yeah, it does break up, and he will clean up. He will clean up the entire Marine army. As you can see here, Blue Flame Hellions, they pop off. They mow down all the Marines. They roast them off, I should say. True. ByuN gets roasted. I don't really see Kiwian pushing into the natural itself, but it doesn't need to. He just has to gain map control, deny the third base, contain ByuN on 2 bases for as long as possible. ByuN will eventually break out. Eventually. Ooh, and ByuN is going for a double starport. Okay. 2 ports on the way. Curious if he tries to go into Wraith, but triple start. Oh my god. Are we gonna go into Mass Wraith? I'm thinking Mass Wraith here. We might try to make our way towards something like BCs, but the options are limited here for ByuN. What's it gonna be? Like, he's not getting triple starport to make dropships. Like, that's not happening. Yeah, there we go. The control towers are on the way. It wouldn't be for science vessels either. Nice tank bullies. And there it is, triple Wraith. So again, Wraith, they have their place in this matchup. Wraiths, they are known for their anti-air attack, of course. They don't have any splash damage like Valkyries, for example, but their single target damage is still quite comparable, quite intense. Likewise, you can also harass with them as well. Cloak is on the way. Their anti-ground attack is nowhere near as robust as their anti-air, but yeah, it's still can get some damage done. So ByuN going for that air control. Wraith switch. I mean, I would assume that Wraith switches are standard just because of air control and its importance in TvT. Like, there's a reason why Kiwian is making Vikings, for example. Right, like Vikings are on the way. If the game goes on any longer, it can turn into BC versus BC. We get into the super late game. Oh, that's massive tank shots once again. Very nice positioning here from ByuN. Very nice. So far, there are 4 Vikings. We can see here that Kiwian, he has stopped Viking production. He doesn't know that ByuN is also kind of fighting for air control, as ByuN is hiding his Wraiths. So without additional Vikings, without additional anti-air, Kiwian is going to be in trouble here. Again, because the Viking count is so low, Mass Wraith could even focus down tanks. It's a little bit similar to the role of Banshees, say, in TvZ at times, where Banshees, they can be used to like snipe infestors and snipe spellcasters and snipe key units. There's the scan, reveals some of the Vikings. Oh, Mapu, he really liked his Vikings. Here we go. As Ray said, we move in, they will take over the air. They take down all the Vikings. Vikings are now one after the other. And from here, there's nothing that shoots up. And nothing shoots up. Does focus on the SEVs, gets one of the tanks. And that might just be game. That might just be game here. Again, there were only 5 Vikings. Kiwian didn't know what was going on. Torrent saved to finish. But a strong play here for ByuN. Gets another tank. Gets another tank. To respond, Kiwian is going into Cyclone production. Cyclones are on the way. No Vikings. Ooh, as ByuN does race back home. And he races back for a moment. But again, it was a strong play. He got a good amount of tanks, got a good amount of SCVs. Now he is forcing a reaction from his opponent. Now Kiwian is focusing on Thor production, Cyclones, Vikings. Like right now Kiwian is focusing on his anti-air. We'll see how ByuN does switch things up from here. As ByuN, he's not making any more wraiths. This is the is this the Protoss theme? Right? No. It's almost never heard in game. It's interesting. No Protoss. As ByuN, he does try to step in. He does break through the tank line. Yeah, he does avoid it. He avoids it, heads straight for the natural base. Kiwian out of position, and SCVs are going down. Ay, ay, ay. Kiwian heals not set up. Oof. And with it, that's what? 6, 7, 8 tanks going down. Takes down the CC. And Kiwian, he's being pulled apart. He's being torn apart. Oh, Race being thrown away. Less than ideal. Kiwian is losing his economy, losing his army. Sure, he's got some Vikings, sure, he's got a handful of tanks, but he's losing bases. You see ByuN switching into mass science vessel, or at least science vessel support. They're gonna be okay. I mean, they have defense matrix, they have EAPs. Defense matrix, I mean, can be quite impactful. True, can irradiate the Hellbats. True. Cap. Kiwian does break out. Breaks out, cleans up the bio, takes care of the tank. But again, it's about the economy here. That's what matters. Kiwian, he's on 2 bases. He's on a 2-base economy. Barely has any bank to work with. And ByuN is still just maxing out, still just chilling, macroing up. Getting to mass bio. GG, well played. ByuN, he will claim the series 2-1, catching Kiwian with his pants down and claiming the series. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Again, a very cheeky move here by ByuN going into the Massive Wraith. We saw that even though Kiwian did have some blind Vikings, it was only 5, and again, he never scouted across the map. He didn't know that ByuN was going for those Wraiths, and with that, ByuN was able to not just kill SCVs, but also break through that siege line, ensure that the tank count was very low, which allowed for the mass bio to break through later on. It allowed for that to happen, it allowed for him to break that natural base and go for the kill. GG. GG, well played. ByuN, he does claim the first series, and with that, we have our first player making it through to the winners match. Meanwhile, we have another matchup ahead of us here. So again, this is a GSL group. We do have the first match wrapping up. Up next, we do have a 3-point versus a Gumiho. Oh boy.